All right, so here we go. We're going to start working on the car. Because I believe in being overly ridiculous. Get my handy dandy notebook. Let's see if I was right. I was thinking 10 mil. Oh, definitely on the shmoney. But since it's all rusty, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of this PB oil, which has no spray left, but we'll make it work anyway. So we're going to let that soak for a second. We're going to soak every single bolt that we're going to pull off right now. So I'm doing that while I'm talking to you guys. Seems to be a lot of separation spots on these panels, which I'm just now figuring out. So, which makes it relative and relevant at the same time. There's some things I was unaware of. So I might need to day 2 when it comes to pulling and cutting this core support up top that'll come with the condenser and all that stuff. Seems to be the best thing. And what I noticed on a different car is someone actually popped it from the weld points, which honestly I've never done and never thought about, so it might be a thing. Definitely gonna need some new PB because this is outrageous. I seriously want to punch myself in the head for that. But as far as I can see, everything's gonna go just swell. All right, so let that soak for just a second, and then we're gonna take this off. See, that's that simple. Boom. It's like a pop pimple, only no ooze. You know, just odd. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, I do a lot of things weird. I'm kind of Amish with everything, which is, you know, it's served me well over the years. You retain strength in your arms. You know, I have electrical tools, but I really don't like to use them when it comes to this kind of stuff. I'd rather be, you know, more so hands-on. You know, there's a couple scratches on this and things and dents in the panels. I would take them, but I'm kind of weird about stuff like that. I mean, if I gotta repaint and Bondo the ones that I currently have, I don't really see the point in pulling panels that I have to do the same thing to. So, I mean, plus, I'm only worried about the mechanics of my car. I don't care what she looks like. I can care less. Alright, so we're going to check in the innards over here. And look at that. Beautiful. Just long enough. So everything's moving along quite squirrely. You know, I mean, I could be streaming this on Meet Me, but I'd rather just do a longer video. I know most people don't watch my longer videos, which is fine. It is what it is. You know, one day I hope to monetize, but honestly, I really haven't looked into it. I don't really care. I just do it as a means of entertainment for myself, and the fact that I might do music seriously one day. I don't know. I mean, I like rapping and singing. I always have. I love karaoke. But when it comes down to it, I kind of am just like a jack of most traits, you know, master of none. I say most because I certainly don't know how to do a few things, you know, such as chemistry and whatnot, which I always come back to the chemistry line because it's true. You have no clue how to do chemistry other than cooking. And you can put that on the set home. So yeah. And I only took these lights off once, but I kind of remember everything. As you guys remember, I was in the yard in what was it, Elma last in the snow, and it was kind of terrible. And And unfortunately, I had everything that I need on that car, including the bumper cover, and they junked it, like they crushed it on me. So that sucks. And there was a lot of things to be had on that car. So it is what it is. All right. Really stuck to this, unless there's something else I'm missing here. Looks like there might be one more bolt. Yep, there's one more bolt and bracket. Unfortunately, it looks like these bezels are all connected to the lights. And if he's going to charge me $25 for them, I feel like I should just take the whole enchilada, you know? But that's neither here nor there. Just do a little magical twist of hatred and boom, bada bing. Alright, so it looks like for this, we just got to take one bolt out of the bottom bezel. And I'm almost positive when I pulled the other lights, they have them. But I need the fender piece, because I'm pretty sure the fender piece on mine got like obliterated. So I don't know. He said 25. I'm gonna keep this one in the car on the fence because I'm not sure. 25 is a lot for this little piece, but then again, brand new. It could probably be upwards of like $40 for this stuff. So it's really what you want to do in the end. Let's see, it looks like I need a screwdriver for that. Phillips. Get that guy out of there. I believe I have a few, which I do. The old handy dandy screwdrivers. Bing bada boom. Alright. And she came out to party, which is nice, because that's what we want. We want a party girl, you know, somebody, I don't want to say easy, but I'm just saying, like, she's got to be fun, you know? Like, who wants a stiff egg among the yolks, you know? And then, boom. So there we go, people. That's one of the bezels I need. Alrighty. Now we're going to come around the mountain to the other side over here. And even though you guys really can't see anything and I'm just blabbing, I'm going to do the same thing. There's a little bezel down here. And it's got one screw left in this John too. That's a little rusty. And I'm going to hit it with PV, but it's probably not going to work, considering my PV don't spray no more. So if I have to, I'm going to have to go back to the car and drill it out, which I really don't want to do, but sometimes in life the only options are the ones you hate. Okay, now with that being said, we're going to soak up these bolts here, because really we don't need to do the 3 like I thought. We just got to do 1 and 2. Now hopefully on my car the bracket ain't bent, because if so, then I got to come back and I got to do these other 2 and take the bracket. But I'm almost positive that I didn't need to do that, so we'll see. We'll wait a ginger second here. Okay. We'll get to it. Let's see. Now, if we try really hard and we push and pull, she might release. But because my luck is the way it is, she in there. Yeah. She does not want to come free. So, what we got to do now is I'm most likely gonna have to drill or cut, because it's also a spinner, so that's great. So it's lovely. But if I can't get both off, I'm just going to leave them because there's no point. I'm going to salvage the opportunity by just taking the hood. Because in the end, the hood is really a thing that I need. And the lights just tie into these panels, which ain't nothing. So let's get our 10 mil again. Because I'm funny about things, we're gonna use this really long, stupid extension. Because unlike the ladies in my life who are not used to length, I do when it comes to mechanics. That's a joke on me. There should be a scraper in here, but it looks like I either misplaced it or I didn't bring with a bunch of stuff. I would definitely chuck it up to something that I would do though. So, here we go. And most of these tools I rely on Stanley. I like Stanley. And I also mess with Harbor Freight. So, boom. There we go. There's one break. That's what we want to hear. Ready to pop. Here we go. Boom. We love to pop. Okay? All right, let's see if we can get another pop, huh? All right, here we go. Here's the other side. Set the camera up like so. Let's see if we get that other pop going, huh? That's what we want to hear. I want to hear that release. And just so you know, oh yeah, when you're taking off OEM stuff, if you don't hear that, that means that the bolt was released at one point. That's what we want, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to spin the bottoms out. And actually, you know what? No, that's stupid. What we're going to do is we're going to spin the tops out, leave the bottoms. Because we don't want her to drop. You know what I mean? We want to have full autonomy over how this thing moves since we're by ourselves. You know? Because, you know, we help people, but when we need help, everyone seems to skate, you know? Such is life. All right, so here we go. Now we're going to the other side. Boom. All right. Here we are. Are you there? You see me? Hello? All right, so here we go. Good thing I'm semi-ambidextrous. I can't write my name, but I can sure use both hands, ladies. Oh, that's terrible. I doubt any ladies are watching this, but if they were, baby, I'll lather you up like a biscuit and just nom 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 nom. Anywho, moving on. All right. Okay, so since we got the pivot point here, my idea of taking a hood off would be to start from this side, and hopefully it doesn't do what I don't want it to do, which is crimp. Because if it does that, then I'm probably gonna swear a lot, and I'm pretty sure YouTube don't want me doing that. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this off, and we're just gonna free spin. All right, seems pretty genuine and easy to do so. And I wish I knew about like rubber bits, because the paint has come off this bolt like you wouldn't believe. Okay, so we got the hood to sit on what's called the cowl, and now we're going to come back over to this side. Now if I drop and dent this thing, I'm a complete moron, but that's okay because we already knew that, right? So here we go. All right, all the stress is on this one bolt, and the arm. So here we go. I'm really hoping there's no surprises and none of this slides. Okay, I expect it to drop just a little bit once the bolt comes all the way out. If not, that means there's a weld point I don't know about, in which case it's gonna suck, because the last car that had one, I didn't know what to do and it got dented. Boom, there it is. So she's free, people. Here we go. Look at this. I don't even know what I'm doing. I pulled the hood. Yeah! Let's go! Oh, and there's my first scratch. Anyway. That's actually cool. Okay. All right. I would just like to express, I've never pulled a hood before. That was my first one. I've never helped anybody pull a hood, but I have pulled a rear hatch, and I believe it was an 04 Jeep Grand Cherokee, which I'm not a big fan of Dodge, Chrysler, Daimler, all that weird stuff in Jeep. But I definitely say one day, if I have the shmoney and I don't care about gas mileage, I'm going to buy one of those inline V6 or inline 6s Jeep Grand Cherokees, because it was a nice ride. There's a lot of things that go on with them, but it was a fun ride while I had it, while I was helping my buddy out, which is in one of my very first videos on here, all the way in the oldest. You'll see me yelling at a mosquito and other stupid things. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so now that we got the hood off and I've got my tools and everything over here, we're gonna hide them in the car. All right, that's a mechanic thing, because I'm the only person here. I've got to now trudge this hood all the way back, and unfortunately that's the only ding on the whole hood that I could see, and that's fine. It looks like this car was marked for death, because everything that I've seen in Exxon seems to be over there in the junk pile where it's going to get crushed. But anywho, all right, so now we're going to continue the journey on the walk back. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Titan Gang squad.